Dear students, our today's topic is mutation, and in this presentation we will learn about the various types of mutations, the agency of mutations and the ultimate cause of the mutations and the benefits of mutations in short, and all these will be detailed and discussed in today's presentation. A mutation is defined as an inherited change in genetic information, that is a change in the structure and number of chromosomes and change in the structures of individual genes. It means that whenever there is a change in the structure and number and the organization of genes, and that change is heritable, that is transferred from generation to generation, then only that change is known as mutation. There are two types of mutations based on the cells used. Some are somatic mutations and others are germline mutations. Somatic mutations, it means these are the body cells, and these type of mutations ends in the life of the organism. But in germline mutations, the mutation takes place in generative cells or germ cells, because these cells produce gametes, and these gametes are transferred from one generation to another generation. And mutations have a number of benefits as well as losses, because mutations are the basis of genetic variations among species, among organisms. It is the source of evolution. The organisms get adapted in new environment only when there is a genetic variability. But on the other hand, mutations has certain detrimental or bad impacts on the existence or on the survival of organisms. Whenever a new phenotype is exhibited by an organism due to mutation, that organism or that phenotype is known as mutant. Mutation is a reversible process. It can go in both directions. It means whenever a gene mutate and then gives rise to a new phenotype or a mutant phenotype, then this is known as a forward mutation. That means a wild type gene mutate and gives rise to an altered or new phenotype, then this is called forward mutation. And the opposite of this process is called reverse mutation, that is the restore of the original phenotype due to second mutation on gene that went the first mutation. Mutations have been partitioned into gene mutations and chromosome mutations. In today's presentation, we will focus on gene mutation, and the chromosome mutation includes various number of structural and numerical changes in chromosomes. Mutations under normal conditions are termed spontaneous mutations, whereas those that result from changes caused by environmental chemicals or radiations are induced mutations. Molecular basis of mutation, and here the types of gene mutations. There are three different types of gene mutation. One is base substitution, base insertion and base deletion. Base substitution is further classified into two types: transitions and transversions. As we know, in DNA there is four type of bases: adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine, and these four type of bases are grouped into two category. One is purines and another ones are pyrimidines. So whenever a purine changes into another purine or a pyrimidine changes to another pyrimidine, then this is known as transition. In transversion, the purine changes into pyrimidine or pyrimidine changes into purines. So in transitions, there is the transition of adenine into guanine or guanine into adenine, and thymine into cytosine and cytosine again in thymine. This is transition. But in transversion, that the purines changes into pyrimidines. Similarly, pyrimidines may change into purine, and the total number of transversion is double the total number of transitions. The second type of gene mutation is base insertion, and here the nucleotide or a particular base is inserted within a coding sequence of a gene, as a result of which the total or overall arrangement of the coding sequences of gene change place, and that is known as a frame shift mutations, that is the change in the reading frame of the gene. In base deletion, there is the deletion of bases within the genes, and the addition or the removal of one or more nucleotide pairs is the base deletion. The point mutations is the changes that occur at specific sites in genes. They include nucleotide pair substitution and the insertion or deletion of one or a few nucleotide pairs. Here this slide shows the 12 different base substitution, that when adenine changes into guanine or guanine changes into adenine. Similarly, thymine, that is a pyrimidine, changes into another pyrimidine, that is cytosine, and cytosine into thymine. So here this is the total 4 type of transitions, but there are total 8 type of transversions. How? That adenine may change into thymine, thymine may change into adenine. Similarly for other bases also. So the total number of transversion is just double the total number of transitions. And here the insertion or deletion of one or two base pairs alter the reading frame of the total gene. That how? This is a DNA and wild type sequence, and these sequences when translated or transcribed into messenger RNA. So here this is AUG, the initiation codon, this is another codon, this is another codon, and a codon is a triplet of bases, and one codon code for one amino acid. So suppose these are the codons and these are the amino acids coded by these codons. So what if a base pair is inserted in between the coding sequence? So here the insertion of CG base pair in between this wild type DNA sequence has taken place here. Now this sequence is known as mutant, and after its transcription the messenger RNA will be produced, and the some sequences are similar, AUG, AAA, AUG, AAA, but the third codon has been now shifted. How? Now it has become CGG in place of GGG. So CGG, and again this G has become the sequence first codon of this fourth codon, that is GCC, and similarly there is a shift in the coding sequence, and if there is shift in coding sequence, ultimately there is change in the amino acid sequences. So we can see that if methionine is methionine similar, lysine is similar, but the third amino acid is here in wild type DNA, that is glycine, but in mutated DNA it is arginine, and all subsequent amino acid has become changed. So now this is a completely different protein as compared to a wild type protein, and due to this completely different type of protein, a new phenotype or a mutated phenotype or a lethal phenotype is produced. Mutations induced by chemicals. As we know, there are 4 type of bases present in DNA, that is thymine, guanine, cytosine, and adenine, and these 4 type of bases may undergo a tautomeric shift, that is in a tautomeric configuration, that is the rearrangement of the hydrogen atom, and here we can see that this is the common form of thymine, but when the hydrogen ion is transferred from this nitrogen to the oxygen, then it becomes a rare form. However, this form is also present in the cell. Similarly, for all the type of bases, so this is the most common type of forms present in cell, and this is the tautomeric form of each base, which is present in rare forms but present in the cell. And when a thymine, that is the most common form, can pair with adenine, as we know thymine pair with adenine and cytosine pair with guanine. This is the general pairing, but when these bases changes to their tautomeric form or rare form, then their binding changes. Here we can see cytosine, unlike pairing with guanine, it pair with adenine due to tautomeric shifts of various bonds or various groups. And thymine, it should pair with adenine, but here it can pair with guanine, and due to this mispairing of bases, there is alteration in gene or DNA sequences. Base analogues. Base analogues are the chemicals that is similar in structure to the normally occurring bases present in cell or present in DNA, and whenever these base analogues are used or incorporated at the time of DNA replication, these base analogues are used or incorporated in new DNA strand, and these base analogues or these chemicals are however not the required chemical or bases, but incorporation of these base analog causes mispairing in DNA. As we can see from this diagram here, this is the normal thymine base, but if its methyl group is released or replaced with a bromine, then it becomes 5-bromouracil. Otherwise all other groups and atoms are same in both thymine and 5-bromouracil. The only difference is in the methyl group, and this thymine pair with adenine, so this 5-bromouracil may also pair with adenine. So as we can see from here that this is a 5-bromouracil and it is similar in structure to thymine, so the cell's DNA replication machinery may mistakenly take this 5-bromouracil and then pair it with adenine, and this mispairing, sometimes this 5-bromouracil when in its ionized form may also pair with guanine. That is a completely different pairing. As we can see that this 5-bromouracil which is similar in structure to thymine, so it can pair with adenine, and in rare cases this 5-bromouracil may also pair with guanine, and due to incorporation of this 5-bromouracil at the time of DNA replication, it changes the DNA sequence from GC to ultimately AT. And how it takes place, that suppose this is the two bases or two base pair in a DNA, and this DNA undergoes replication. This is the first phase of replication. So here the guanine may mistakenly pair with 5-bromouracil, just like here, and the another cytosine normally pairs with guanine. In second round of replication, this guanine pair with cytosine, and this 5-bromouracil, as we know this is in place of thymine, so it will have to pair with adenine. And the third round of replication, this adenine pair with thymine, and this 5-bromouracil again with adenine. And now we can see that we have started with a DNA sequence GC, but ultimately we have obtained a sequence that is AT. So this is GC to AT transitions. Similarly here, when the sequence is AT, it can give rise to sequence GC. And in first round of replication, the adenine pair with thymine, but here the analogs, base analog of thymine, that is 5-bromouracil, is incorporated mistakenly at the time of DNA replication. So adenine pair with 5-bromouracil and this thymine pair with normal adenine. In second round of replication, this adenine pair with thymine, but this 5-bromouracil pair with guanine. And in third round of replication, this guanine pair with normal cytosine, however this 5-bromouracil pair with adenine, and so ultimately we have reached a sequence that is GC. It means AT sequence now changed to GC sequence, and this is the GC to AT and AT to GC transitions. Nitrous acid is a potent mutagen. It is a deaminating agent. It means it can remove the amino group from the adenine, cytosine and guanine and replaced it with a ketone group. Here it can remove the amino group from adenine, guanine and cytosine and causes the AT to GC transitions. As we can see from here, this is the original sequence, that is A paired with T. But what if the adenine undergoes deamination and it produces another ketone group, that is hypoxanthine? As we can see from here, this is adenine after deaminating agent, now it has changed to hypoxanthine, and hypoxanthine pairs with cytosine. So this adenine changes into hypoxanthine, and in second round of replication, this hypoxanthine has the bonding or pair with cytosine, whereas the thymine pair with normal adenine, and in third round of replication, this cytosine pair with guanine. So ultimately the AT sequence has changed to GC sequence. Similarly, that this is a normal sequence G paired with C, and here this cytosine may undergo deamination or changes into uracil, as represented by this diagram. This is cytosine, and whenever its amino group is removed and replaced with ketone group, then this becomes a uracil, and uracil has the binding affinity to adenine. So here cytosine deaminated and changes into uracil, and in second round of replication, that this G or guanine pairs with normal cytosine, but this adenine can pair with this uracil pair with adenine. So, and this in third round of replication, this adenine pair with normal thymine. So this is the GC to AT transitions. Why the DNA does not contain uracil? As we know that uracil is not present in DNA. So whenever there is uracil present in DNA, it means this is the deaminated product of cytosine, and the DNA repair enzymes can identify the mutated strand and replace the mutated base on the basis of the complementary base present on complementary DNA strand. We can see that this cytosine has deaminated and changed into uracil, and the DNA repair enzyme identify this uracil because uracil is not present in DNA, and this strand is mutated, and the DNA repair enzyme replaces this uracil with a correct base, that is cytosine, based on the base present on other complementary strand. And here, what if the uracil is normally present in DNA? Then suppose this base pair has a mutated base. We don't know whether this uracil is mutated or this guanine has changed, that is adenine can give rise to guanine in a transition. So we don't know which one base is is mispaired or changed or abnormal, whether the base present on upper strand or this base present on lower strand. So it will cause a confusion to DNA repair machinery, and there is a problem in DNA repair, and as a result of which that it is the nature has adopted to not use uracil in the structure of DNA, and that's why the uracil is not present in the structure of DNA. Mutations induced by radiations. There are a number of electromagnetic radiations such as X-rays, gamma rays, cosmic rays. These are the ionizing radiations, and UV rays are non-ionizing radiations. These all type of rays has the efficiency or the power to change the structure of DNA. And here the max with respect to ultraviolet radiation, the DNA absorbs UV radiation as at a 254 nanometer, and the pyrimidines cytosine and thymine absorbs strongly at 254 nanometer and becomes highly reactive. And due to this absorption of ultraviolet radiation by these thymines, the thymine and cytosine may changes into dimers. So the thymine dimer is the most common type of abnormal sequence or abnormality found in DNA due to ultraviolet induced mutations. And these dimers, whenever present in DNA, in the structure of DNA, this distorts the configuration of DNA and often block the DNA replication. The slide shows two closely placed thymine present on same DNA strand. That is, both the thymines are arranged parallel, and when UV radiation is absorbed by these thymines, this thymine molecule becomes highly reactive and then forms a cross-linking, that two closely placed thymine on one DNA strand can form bond formation, and then they form thymine dimer, and this cross-linking of adjacent thymine molecules to form thymine dimers block the DNA replication. Thank you.